Hey y'all, with the upcoming grandbaby, there's been a lot of talk on names, and I wanted to share a list of single syllable names that I really like. Of course, I probably won't get to use them, but I just wanted to share them. Making these lists are so much fun. I've seen so many of them on YouTube, so I thought I'd join in, and I hope you enjoy. Again, these are going to be pretty common names, old names that you've heard before, and I did like to actually write them out because I wanted to feel how they kind of flowed. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get started, and I'll start with the girls' names. Here's my favorite girl's name. It is Anne. And this comes from Anna, which is a form of Chana or Hannah, which is biblical in the Old and New Testament. And of course, I love this name, Anne, for Anne of Green Gables. The second favorite name I have for a girl that's single syllable is Jane. Jane is a feminine form of John, and it's biblical as well. My favorite Jane is the British primatologist Jane Goodall, and what you'll notice is that I like names that have a long A sound. I just find they're very appealing. Okay, the next name that I have for you is Liv. It's a Scandinavian word meaning life. How could you not enjoy a name that means life? And of course, Liv Tyler is probably the only true Liv that I know. I know a lot of Olivias that are nicknamed that, but I've never myself personally met anyone named Liv. And a while back, that was my #1 top pick for a girl's name if I were to ever have a baby girl. Okay, my last girl's name for today, single syllable, is Tess. Is that not the sweetest name? Look at it again. Tess. That is, they believe, derived from Teresa, but it has an uncertain meaning. Let me check my notes here. It was uncertain, but could be derived from a Greek word that means summer. I'm a summer girl. Anybody who knows me knows I love summer, so I can understand why I would like the name Tess. But I just love the way it rolls. Tess. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't the last girl name. This name, May. And I spelled it 2 ways. Sorry about that. Besides the month of May, it's almost always, it's also, goodness, I can't talk, a Roman goddess. And it is what the hawthorn flower is called. So Mae West is an actress that made it famous. I think May is a really pretty middle name, as well as Faye and Kay. So let's get on to some boys' names. My first boy's name that I picked is Nate, short for Nathan, biblical, meaning he gave. Again, there's that long A sound that I find so appealing. I just think a boy named Nate would turn into a very handsome man. My second single syllable boy's name that I really like is Mick, which is short for Michael, and it's Hebrew, who is like God. Besides having a friend named Mick, I just think it is the cutest nickname that could be a name, if you know what I mean. Like, I love just to say the name Mick. I just think it sounds cool. All right. I think this is a very, very popular choice, Luke. Short for Lucas. It's biblical. He was a doctor and a saint, of course, but Luke Skywalker. I don't need to say anything else. My next boy's name is Paul. This is Ryan's middle name, and our friend that introduced us, this is his first name. Love the name Paul. It's biblical. In Latin, it means humble, which I think is a very good meaning for a man's name to have. Can't say enough about humility, but I love to say the name Paul, and I've actually not met too many, so I just think it's a strong name. Now, another boy's name that's single syllable that I love is Rye. Now, this is a grass or a grain, but this is what I call Ryan most of the time. I rarely say Ryan. I always say Rye, and I just feel like when it comes out Rye, it's just good, strong man's name. And I've never met anyone named Rye, so I think it would be a unique choice. Okay, these last few are some that I think can be gender neutral. In fact, any name can be gender neutral these days. That seems to be the trend. But the first one I have is Gray, spelled either way. Again, it has that long A sound, and it's, you know, a color, it's a surname, but it just has that long A sound, and I think it's a fairly unique name. Okay, Jace, or Jace. It's short for Jason. I think it's derived from a Greek word meaning to heal. Besides being my daughter's nickname, which is not why I put it on here, but my son's nickname is Josh, which I think is a good, strong name too. But I do believe most people would name Joshua and then shorten to Josh. My daughter's name is JC, and we call her Jace. But again, it's that long A sound, and I like names that start with J. Okay, the last gender neutral single syllable name that I'm showing you today is Wren. And you've seen a lot of these names before, and spelled this way. And of course, it's a small songbird. And the name Wren, it was spelled differently in the movie, but the name Wren became really popular in the movie Footloose. But I have never met a wren in person, and I just think it's a beautiful name. So that's today's list. I hope you enjoyed these single syllable names. They were not extremely unique. That wasn't what I was going for. I just think that these are appealing names. They're strong. They can stand alone. They don't need to be a nickname. They can be a name just as they are. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll get you another list soon.